I want to share with you guys some of the most important health information which has taken me years to gather over the next 5 minutes. It could be crucial to saving your life. I've been told not to talk about this, but I don't care. I will suffer the consequences, whatever they may be. You need to get checked right now. I mean, in certain conditions, you need to. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Recently, as many of you know, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. Now, I mentioned to some people that after finding out what happened, they should get checked. And Peter Attia, who used to be a cancer oncologist and now has a YouTube channel, many of you, I'm sure, have seen his stuff on YouTube. I recommend subscribing to his channel, by the way, if you haven't already. He said one of the ways that you can prevent getting cancer, or at least getting to stage 2, 3, or 4, is by getting pre-checked, pre-screened. And he said basically, if you were to do this, your chances of getting some cancers go down by 95%. Now, Peter Attia, he loves data, he loves numbers, statistical analysis. He's basically saying for some cancers, we could almost eradicate them if people get checked. Unfortunately, your GP, your doctor, will discourage you from doing so when it comes to something like a colonoscopy. It's happened to me. It happened to my wife. She went to get a colonoscopy. She wanted to do it. The doctor said, no, you don't need to. You don't need to. It's not going to be that. It's going to be something else. This went on for months and months and months. Finally, she did get the colonoscopy. And, well, we discovered that by then it was pretty much too late. So if you have a family member, if a parent or a brother or a sister has cancer that in your family has had it, you need to get screened. I'm talking, a relation has it. Why not do it? It's just a no-brainer. My wife, her siblings didn't initially seem that keen to go and get it done from my perception. I may be wrong about this, but that's what it looked like. They did go and do it. They did have difficulties getting the colonoscopy done, getting the GPs to approve it. It was like an uphill battle, so they ended up paying for it. 2 of them had polyps. One of them had precancerous polyps, which they say would have become cancer within a short period of time. This is her sisters who are young, right? They're young. Now, I'm sorry, I don't want to make this public information when people don't want to hear it, but you need to know this stuff because you need to, even if you're in your 30s. Apparently now the numbers here for this, guys, get this, it's insane. They say you don't get a colonoscopy done, you don't need to until you're in at least your mid-40s, right? And none of her family are even in that age bracket yet. They're all younger than that. This, in my opinion, is mad. It's mad. It doesn't hurt to get this done. It doesn't hurt. Why are doctors discouraging people from doing this when it could save their life? And that's what Peter Attia is saying. Medicine 2.0. He talks about medicine 2.0. He says, this is the future of medicine. It is preventing getting it in the first place. And if you can do that, why would you not do that? Anyhow, essentially what this has meant is that, obviously for Shanna, this has been terrible. But fortunately, some of her, family will probably, as a result of all of this, be able to live a long and healthy life when otherwise they might not have. My recommendation, and I'm going to go do it. I've already asked my GP. I asked my GP a few weeks ago. He gave me this test kit. Anyhow, I'm going to go pay for it. I'm going to get another colonoscopy done. I'm going to do everything, cover these checks off regularly. Why not? It makes sense. Now, obviously, my boys, Jack and Cal, will they need to do something similar to this? Yeah, they will. Obviously, they're only just turned 8 and just turned 11 years old. I'll have to work out when to do this, but I'll be doing it as early as possible. And honestly, you can never do this stuff I just think you can never do this stuff too early. You can never make all the precautions possible too early. But my message is this. This is really important, guys. If you're currently exercising, great, that's fantastic. Exercise is hugely important for reducing cancer. So is not breathing in poisonous fumes. If you live in a dense city, if you live in New York or LA, try not to live there. If you can, move to a place where there are less fumes. Hugely important. Try and live in a place where there's more electric cars. Don't live near a coal power plant. So avoid all these fumes as much as possible. Exercise, really, really good. But here's the thing. If you're exercising once a day, I don't think that's enough. Keep in mind, 80% of Americans and Australians have some form of metabolic disease, some form of insulin resistance, right? 80%. That means if you're watching this video, you're likely to have it. I do. I have a small amount of insulin resistance, there's no doubt. You can kind of reverse this. One of the ways that I got it personally was not enough sleep. Not enough sleep. When you sleep, your body's able to soak up more glucose. Remember, the more muscle tissue you have as well, the more glucose you can soak up. Doing things like red light therapy, sitting in front of a red light panel, that will lower your glucose levels. Going in a sauna, massively beneficial. A study in Finland, right, where they have the lowest cancer rates in the world, showed that people who used saunas over a 10-year period had 51% lower chance of actually dying. 51%. Mortality reduced 51% if you use the sauna 4 or more times a week. Doing this is so easy. Jumping in a sauna, you can read a book, you can watch a video. Do a sauna, get a sauna. I recommend this to everyone. Absolutely everyone I know, get a sauna. It is the easiest way you can improve your health. Next of all, exercising daily, like I said, getting back to that. Even better than exercising once a day is going for a 10-minute fast walk after you eat. Every time you eat, say if you eat 3 times a day, go for a 10-minute fast walk after you eat. That will lower your blood sugars. That will help to reverse insulin resistance. So those are my key takeaways. And if you guys want to know more about any of this health information that I've been studying for many years now, that it's incredibly important to me, that has become a huge focus on my life, I'll make sure I post this stuff now on Patreon and keep you guys up to date with my program. What do I do on a daily basis? And I can tell you exactly what I do to stay fit, to stay healthy, to try to stay alive, because my boys need me to stay alive.